We're going to take a deeper look now at the Karen Reed verdict. She was found, as you know, not guilty yesterday of second-degree murder and manslaughter in the death of her boyfriend, Boston police officer John O'Keefe. The highly anticipated decision follows a mistrial last year due to the deadlocked jury. This time, the jury deliberated for more than 20 hours before reaching its verdict. Here to talk about it is retired, and I'm saying that in finger quotes, CBS News legal analyst Rikki Klieman. Rikki, we are so glad you're back. We were joking about you. Nate said you went in your closet and said, "Where's my Michael Jordan, Tom Brady jersey?"
Right.
Out
of retirement.
Out of
Worst retirement ever. You came right back.
Well, I said
something.
before I left that
Yes.
this case was really important to me.
That is true.
And I had covered it twice.
What do you make of this verdict and the reaction to it, too?
The verdict, I think, was predictable. This is a case that was riddled with reasonable doubt. And one of the things that people don't understand until they get in on a jury is what that means. I mean, if you think someone's guilty, if you guess they're guilty, you suspect they're guilty, but you don't have a conviction to a moral certainty, you must acquit. Doesn't mean a person is innocent, just means that the Commonwealth didn't prove its case beyond a reasonable doubt. And here...
But I thought the evidence showed that her car clearly had been damaged, that it hit something. That doesn't matter?
Well, it depends on which expert you believe. Because you had Commonwealth experts who had one theory, and you had very good defense experts who had the opposite theory. And the defense experts said that that car, Karen Reed's car, never hit John O'Keefe. And so they cancel each other out as experts. And if that isn't doubt, I don't know what is. In addition to the experts canceling each other out, you had that horrendous situation of the leading investigator, Michael Proctor, who was with the state police, who was fired for his conduct in this case.
Sending out lewd messages.
I mean, despicable messages. And he was someone who also supervised one of the most sloppy police investigations of all time. They were collecting blood in Solo cups and putting it in a grocery bag. I saw in that crowd yesterday women who had earrings that were made of Solo cups. And these are the women in pink who have supported her throughout. Her public support, ginned up by social media, was extraordinary.
So do you think that support is twofold, of course, for Karen Reed, but also how they may feel about the police in this community?
Well, how they may feel about the police that investigated this case.
Better said.
You have to remember that it's not necessarily the local police. What you have is the state police coming in to investigate.
Thanks
and
for that
ties in with the theory that there was police corruption in this case, not in the investigation, but in the cover-up, according to the defense. The jury didn't even have to get that far.
John O'Keefe's family is still looking for some resolution here. They have a civil lawsuit. What's likely to happen there?
First of all, we have to remember that someone died here.
Yes.
Was
That's
a
what I
very
keep thinking,
decent human being by all accounts. The civil case is in a civil court. It's a different courthouse, different burden of proof to a preponderance of the evidence. As I always say, that's like a feather on the scale, whereas proof beyond a reasonable doubt, you need like a lead balloon. And so, is there a great chance that they will prevail? That is the family in a civil court. Yes, they have a great chance, and very smart. They also sued the bars, who they claim overserved her. And there is no question that she was drunk that night. Very smart.
That she was very drunk. But
very
Rikki,
drunk.
I know we have to go, but I know you know both attorneys on both sides. You know both of these men. Does either side have an advantage when you go to trial for a second time?
In this case, the defense clearly had an advantage because they had a dress rehearsal. They knew what their weak points were.
Gotcha.
Alan Jackson's one of the best criminal defense lawyers in the country. And Hank Brennan is also right up there as a defense lawyer. He was appointed as a special prosecutor. So for a student of the law, if you can take emotion out of it, to watch them work was a thing of real beauty, and it could teach young lawyers how to try cases.
You may be out of retirement, but you may be retired, but you know your stuff, Rikki.
That's right.
Tom Brady of legal analyst.
I love that. I have a number 12 jersey.
There you go. Thank you very much. I'm sure we see you next week. The way things are going.
Please don't say that.